Hi Ian, how are you?
I'm fine, Claire, thanks.
Great. Tell us a bit more about yourself and your background.
Well, mainly my background is from military. My father was in the army, so that's where I grew up, travelling all around the world, into Germany, Holland. I've actually been out to the Gulf in 1990-91, so I've grown up with the military, going to military schools and such, so that's pretty much my background.
Oh, great. And how did you come to be a part of CovWest Productions?
Well, basically Mark just came up to me, Mark Russell, who's the founder. He came up to me one day and just said, look, I've got a vision, and laid it all out and said to me, what do you think? And I listened, and straight away I thought, I'd got to know him over a couple of months, and I thought, he is a good Christian man. So, when he put the vision to me, I thought, well, if God's in this, then I'm in too. So, that's how I come in. He just offered it to me and said, what do you think? And we went from there.
So what part in CovWest Productions are you going to play?
Well, to be honest, we thought about that for a while, because I don't sing. Well, you don't want to hear me sing. I don't play a musical instrument, but I write. Okay. I'm a writer. So, I'm an author, and also I'm the spokesman for the company.
Brilliant. And where do you see CovWest Productions going?
I see it's going from strength to strength and just getting bigger and bigger. Once we get that initial break, people get to know who we are. Our name's out there, our music's out there, and people start to listen to it. I really do see it's going from strength to strength. There's only one way to go, and that's onwards and upwards. We've just got to keep plugging, keep working hard, keep pushing ourselves, and just keep going, just keep doing what God's asked us to do. Yeah. And I'm sure success will come. I believe it's guaranteed, but it's all down to our hard work. It's we're behind the man who's behind the vision, so we literally have to just do the best we can. But I really think we're going to be very, very big.
And has God played a big part of your life forever, or have you come to
I came to be a Christian in 1993, about August. I wasn't a Christian as a young man, but my mum's always been a Christian, and we've had a modicum of Christianity sort of within the family. My mum used to talk to us from time to time, but I wouldn't say we had a Christian background. But in 1993 I was in Germany, and just got the feeling to come home, and I didn't understand it at the time. It was an overwhelming feeling, and I just went with it. I didn't understand it, and I just went with it. I came home, and within, I think it was about a week, I just got up on the Sunday and I just said to my mum, can I come church for you? And she said, well, yeah, of course you can. And that's really how it started. So I went, and I thought, well, I'll go and see how it works out. And I listened to the pastor, and he gave the call, and my heart was beating out my chest, and I thought, no, you get a bit scared, and I thought, no, it's not for me. And then the second week, and then the third one, I just thought, I can't do this anymore, so I just put my hand up and went out. And that's when it all started, 1993. Wow. Yeah.
Great. And musically, who inspires you as a Christian?
Musically?
What would you say?
That's a difficult one.
What do you enjoy listening to in your own personal worship time?
I've got to know a group, Mercy Me. They're an American group. I listen to them because I used to go onto the internet, and I used to go onto Christian chat rooms, and some guys over in America put me onto it. I listen to a lot of music, and obviously our music now that's out, CovWest music. I listen to that. But Mercy Me, I think it was just that's one of the main ones I listen to. I wouldn't say it inspired me, because obviously, being a Christian for 18 years, I didn't really listen to a lot of Christian music. I just got so involved with doing what I was doing and being in with God, I didn't listen to a lot of Christian music. So it was only been over the last, I'd say about 5-6 years maybe, that I've started to listen to more and more Christian music as I've gone on. So,
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure you're going to do really well at CovWest Productions, and all your teachings and your readings and your writing, I'm sure it's going to touch people's lives.
Well, I hope it does. I hope it does. That's the thing I do. That's the inspiration that God's given me. That's the gift. He gave me the gift to be a writer.
And talking about books, you say you've written books?
Yes, I have. I've written a book.
You've written a book.
It's called A Walk with God. It's produced by Melrose Books, and you can get it on Amazon, or obviously Melrose Waterstones. So I've got a book out. It's doing quite well, but obviously as a new author, it's going to take a bit of time. But like everything else, I believe there's a time and a place for it, and it's going to do well. So at times I find it a strange feeling to sort of say my own name and then put author behind it.
If that's what God's called you to be.
Well, he has, but it took me a long time to realise it. You know, it's like everything else. You go through life and you work, and you know, I've been like everybody else, I suppose, working away. And next minute you're an author, and you think, "Am I? Does that really sound?" You know, I kept saying it, but it took quite a long time. But now, I think now the book's out, and now I write more or less on a regular basis. You know, pretty much. I wouldn't say daily, but weekly. You know, I do a lot of writing. You know, whatever inspires me, I write.
And do you produce those anywhere?
I do. I put them on. I write them. I keep them on my laptop, but I also put them on CovWest on their page, and it's under the link of Words of Encouragement.
Okay.
I also do a blog, and obviously tweet. I'm getting into tweet. I'm a Twitter now.
You're a
yes,
Twitter.
yes. Well, I've been called a few things, but yeah, I'm a bit of a Twitter. So yeah, it's all new, and I'm getting into that. So
Great.
yeah, I mean, if you remember something you said to me not so long back over the phone, inspired me, so I wrote about it. You know, God uses a lot of different people, a lot of different ways, and it's not just the Holy Spirit that gives it to you every time. You know, God will use a lot of different ways. So, I mean, today we was at church and we were doing a reflective time, and the lady was talking about running the race, and she said, if God gives you something to write and you get this thought, keep on. And that's what I did. I've written about running the race, and I'll go home now and I'll complete it. So I just go with whatever inspires me at the time.
Yeah.
You know, if a thought keeps going on and keeps going on, I know now, after a number of years, I know now that God's saying, just put it down, you know, write it, and words will come. And it's almost like now I've got to the stage where I can almost see the picture and see the full picture, and I have to sort of write and sort of, you know, break it down into parts and do it. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to, well, I believe it will. I think it really will inspire people, because God wouldn't give it to me, you know, to put it on a page for people not to be inspired. It's His word, and if it comes from Him, I'm just the writer, you know. So it's not my thoughts, it's His, and I just do what I'm told, and I enjoy it.
Good.
You know, I feel inspired. I feel blessed and special when I write.
Brilliant. That's great. Well, thanks so much for talking to us, Ian.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's good to see you again. Isn't
Thank
it?
you.
Okay, bye.